moving on to the eye palette kit, and you're going to order according to hair color on this one. You're going to order either the light, or excuse me, the blonde, the auburn, or the dark. And I'm wearing the dark.
Fabulous. It looks great on you. So for me as a makeup artist, I think what's always hard is I have over 100 colors of choices of people to buy, and I'm sure when you go into the store, it's like, what color am I going to use? I don't know how to put a palette together. So what I decided to do is to make it easy for people to choose, is I divided them by the color of your hair. And that way you can say, you know what, my hair color is blonde, and I know for sure that when I use this palette, it's going to look natural. I can use it to glam up my look for at night. It's practical. All I have to do is grab the palette and go. And each of the colors have a use that you can even multi-use. So in other words, when you look at, for instance, the blonde palette, what happens is that darkest color can be used wet as an eyeliner. It can be used as an eyeshadow at the outside corner or in the crease of your eye. We always put in a base color for all over the lid. Everyone needs to open up their eye. When you lighten your eye, you open it, and when you darken the color, you make it look a little bit smaller. I always put in just a slight sheen. Personally, as we're aging, and I'm over 50, I don't like to wear too much shimmer. It shows up every little line in your face, and this way what we can do is just add a slight sheen. So the blonde Oksana is wearing, and then if we go to the next one, which is auburn, Galina is wearing the auburn, and she has auburn hair. And it comes with the black mascara, which is a very beautiful mascara that is great for people who don't like clumping mascara.
And is it suitable for all hair colors?
It is, because most people will wear black. That would be their choice of color. And now when we go to the dark palette, that's the palette that Shandy is wearing, and she's got dark hair, fair skin. It's a beautiful spring color palette. It's got a very, very, very light pink in it, then a slight shimmer lilac, and then a mauvey gray to wear in the crease, and the navy is perfect to use wet as an eyeliner.
Which is what I did this morning.
You did a good job.
Yeah, thank you. I love it. I think it's great. And the fact that each one of those palettes, is it 4 grams on each one? They're huge.
They really do last. Actually, for my benefit, it's not great because it lasts too long. But really, for yours, it's perfect.
Okay, let's go on over to the models, and then again, we'll show the palettes that they are using. You're getting all of it, including the mascara, for $49 at an introductory price. Regular price is $59. So you're saving an additional $10, plus you are getting the benefit of having the large palettes as well.
Great. So I'm used to teaching makeup lessons in my studio, and Oksana is actually a real client who came into the store, and she has to go to work really quick. And so if we put together a palette like this that has the 4 colors in it, the light one would go all over her eyelid, using a flat brush, just like this. These are brushes that I sell in my store, so this is not coming with the kit, but just a flat shade of brush would go all over her lid to start with. And then she could use the slight shimmer for the bottom of her lid from the crease to the lashes. And then you would use the third color, which is called Jasper, actually, and it comes in a semicircle above the crease.
And what does that do for the eye, Susan?
It's a wonderful color. People always need to have a deeper color to show where the crease is. What you really want to do to open up the eye is take that color and blend it from underneath the arch on the bone in a semicircle back and forth and then up. So now, if she looks straight ahead, we've lifted the eye.
Oh, yes.
We've created a crease, and I mean, she really does look different from before and after, and I thought she was pretty without her makeup too. So the makeup certainly enhanced her look. She was able to do it herself. These are very easy palettes to use because it's not confusing. There's only 4 colors. One goes all over, one can go on the bottom of the lid, the other color goes in the crease, and one can be used wet as eyeliner, or she could have used it to dress up the eye. And you'll see on another model, Shandy used a little bit of the navy to dress up her eye and used it in the outside corner.
So Susan, do you find that one of the biggest challenges for women is because they're not sure what colors to use depending on whether they have, red hair, brown hair, blonde hair, and they get a little bit confused that way? So a lot of times people will just stick with one color because they feel that it's safe without, sort of exploring a little bit.
there's nothing wrong with safe. Safe is good. But at the same time, I think people need to explore what looks good with their hair, their eye, their skin, their lifestyle. And that's why I thought, you know, if you put together a palette that makes sense, that is really usable, that you're not going to waste any of the colors, you're going to use every single one of them. That's what I like when I go shopping. I like to see what's out there and what's available, and then I decide what's best for my client. And I thought, for your particular customer out there, you want something that's easy. You want something that they can do and that is practical and pretty.
So moving over to Kalina. And Kalina, if you could explain to our viewers which palette Kalina is using.
So
we only have 90 seconds, so
okay.
we'll go
Kalina
through
is
this
using the Auburn palette. It has all warm tones in it. They're mostly flat with a slight shimmer of the gold. So she can dress up her eye by just putting it on her lower lid, and we've created a crease, and I did it very, very softly. So if you look at the palette here, on camera, it looks like they're very similar colors, but this one is matte, matte, matte. This has a slight sheen, and the rest are matte. They're very warm. They're beautiful on her.
And we'll go over to Shandy.
Shandy's got this gorgeous palette of the lavender, the summer palette. It's easy for her to use. She can also, let's say we just ran out of one color. You know, most people use up their base color first. You can just flip it out, replace just the base color. And she has the navy as her liner, a little bit on the outside corner, and again this darker purpley gray is in the crease, and all the colors are designed for professional use, so they go on their true color just the way you see them.
You know, they really are highly pigmented as well. I noticed when I was using the palette that you only need to use a little bit of the product, and you can go from day to evening.
That's right. So can you think of another palette that has 4 colors that's so perfected like that? I loved creating them. I thought it was a real challenge actually to narrow it down to just 4 colors for each of our models, and it worked perfectly. And it's multi-use, pigmented, it's very soft, and I don't know, I like the way it's put together. I think they're perfect choices for spring. That's another thing. I think people don't know what to use for the different seasons.
Well, I think the packaging is really beautiful as well. So,
you
know, it really is very lovely. It has a little bit of a little retro feel to it. It's really pretty. It's feminine. And, you know, just taking something out of your purse like that is really nice. And plus the fact that, that it's all eco-friendly packaging. The item number is 603458. That is your item number. On this set, you are getting the eyeshadow palette. You have the mascara. You will order according to your hair color, auburn, blonde, or in the dark. Pandora's makeup box is designed by Susan, who's a professional makeup artist, and she wants it to be easy to use. She wants this to be something that you're going to be able to use throughout the day and then going into the evening as well. And then, of course, this is a spring eye palette, which includes the coordinated quad eyeshadow, so no guesswork whatsoever. So basically, you'll go from the light to the dark.